Hello, everyone. This is Thomas Pepin NHL Talk. I'm Thomas Pepin, and let's play some NHL. Continuing the franchise mode series where I've taken over the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're on season 21, episode 4. Just before the trade deadline, and we made all the trades we needed to make. So what we did was trade for basically all the top performing AHL players that had reasonable trade value. We picked them up to basically make a powerhouse AHL team to go with our um, large number of prospects. And for the NHL, there's not really much to do. Nothing, actually. So, um, yeah, I think we're fine to go forward. I guess I should just double check everything looks okay, but I'm pretty certain it is. So our whole roster is healthy. We have Dolan as our, what would that be? Yeah, 13th forward. He's got everything we would need. And defense, we have Licht as our depth guy. We've got our goalies. Everything's fine, really. One thing, I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. So I looked at our stats, but I didn't actually pay close attention to exactly how everybody's doing. So it's funny. So Vandenbush we just picked up. Datsuk is a guy we already had, but he's not one of our prospects, and he's our best performing player, which is kind of crazy, but whatever. Finneganov is the only guy that's a prospect at the top there, I guess. Well, Rafalski is there too. He was doing poorly before, and now he's doing good. Um, oh, I guess Law was injured, so he's our franchise guy. He should be doing better. He should be doing better. He's one of our players that we're developing. So really, there's um, a number of our guys not performing as well as they should from our prospects, but whatever. Doesn't seem like it matters in terms of translating to the NHL. So um, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. So, anyways, let's get going. That's a great start. So he's injured up until wait, the playoffs I think are in April, so I think that's like a month or something. We just finished making all these line changes. Now we gotta go do them all over again. Annoying. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? I guess a D is gonna go on here, and that's actually a relatively easy fix. 22 points. 21. Oh, I guess we'll reward Bruin. Um, who goes here? Guess it's gonna have to be Threlfall. Ooh. Wait. Who's gonna fit? Nobody? Jeez, nobody does fit. Then what? Yikes. Um, I guess Cardinal is the best we can do. The best we can do here is -1 too. It's not good, but I guess our players are good enough where it's not the end of the world, but that's not definitely not good. I forgot to double check I didn't miss anything, but I guess I'll notice here. Or, yeah, I guess it wouldn't have let me proceed, so must be fine. right. So which team is worse? Kings, yeah. Oh, March, yeah, so that's only like a week away. Felt like it was further away, but I guess I'm further in this season than I was thinking. Now, do I need to trade any of those picks before? Um, well, the Lightning one's not going to get any worse, so there's nothing really to do there. Um, Blackhawks one, like I said, that was, well, a learning lesson, but theoretically a mistake, so I should do it. So the picks that have the worst value that I get, that I pick up, in order for them to appreciate in value, I need to get them in the same season, um, or in the current season, whatever. So that value is not going to change until next season. So, well, probably the off season is the truth. So then there's no point in really doing anything with it because we want to wait for the value anyways. We don't have anything else that we need to trade, do we? Nothing from this season. The Hurricanes one, we're just gonna hope that they do worse or that it's a lottery um, winner. Then that's really it. Cardinals, yeah, just for the 1 year. Yeah, I guess nothing to do. All right, let's see who is getting moved around. Nope. So I think we only missed Vika for. So, oh, I think it was 2 games actually. I was going to say 1 game, but I think it's only. Sorry, I think it's 2. Not too bad. Hmm? Oh no, it's Cardinal. That's why. There we go. All right. Cool. I feel like I should look at our team performance again soon. Or you know what? I can just try to get into the playoffs and maybe even finish the playoffs this stream, and then I'll just look at it at the end of the season because there's no real need, I guess. Panthers. Oops. So I am supposed to switch that. Well, it's I mean, really, it's they're basically the exact same, but like the teams we're playing against. All right, no biggie for this. May 6th. So that's in what, like the second, third round almost? He's our top scorer right now, I think. That sucks. Again, we're deep enough where it's not a major issue, but still, that's pretty annoying. 36, 46, 49. I think Turgeon fits well there. Oh, we gotta. Oh no, wait, never mind. I was gonna say we need to call somebody up, but I always forget there is the defenseman we can play there. It's a -1 though. Yeah, that line can't really take a -1. So we'll have to call somebody up. It can't be any of our guys that we're developing, so somebody else. He's not bad. He's not bad either. Oh yeah, this was the ideal guy to pull up. Believe it or not, with the overall, he has all the characteristics that we want, so that works. Um, he's a left shot, left wing. That's fine. Seems like Bruin just got a boatload of points. I thought he was at 21 or 22 last time I saw it. Now he's at 29. It's pretty crazy. Oh, this one's an easy fix too. Wait, not Trivika, it's Turjon. Wait, so then I think I messed up power play lines. Or at least to keep them consistent. Which doesn't really matter, but still. Yeah, so Turjon's supposed to be. We have no right shots. Um, oh, Moss shoots, right? Let's do that then. So Moss goes there. Good there. Then I guess Threll fall here. Cheniak here. John here. Um, yeah, so basically it's just a lineup left pass. So from Carney to left shot, one timer, Threlfall. Ball. And then it's the same thing, right pass to right shot, Renz. It's just, I don't know if it makes any difference in the game, but at least in concept it's supposed to. So um, that works. And that is all sorted, I believe. Um, yes. Well, the good thing about that long-term injury, which maybe I'm just crazy trying to look on the bright side, but at least it doesn't extend to the end of the season and he'll be available for when it matters. So you know what? In all likelihood, he's not going to um, get injured for the rest of the playoffs. So we have one of our best players for the most important parts, assuming we get that far. So um, again, maybe I'm too optimistic, but that's what I'm thinking at least. It does suck though, because he was important for a bunch of stuff like penalty kill and all that, but no choice in the matter. We can't uh, prevent injuries from happening. Rand's fractured jaw, he can play through it. Puck control, passing, hand-eye, deking, and agility. None of those are important um, or so important that we need to take him out. So we'll just cross our fingers he doesn't get worse, which it hasn't happened yet. And yeah, we'll be fine as is. Alright, which team is worse? Senators 68. So Senators, which means, oops, go with Barrett for 1 and Ness for 2. That's good. About the injury, at least. They lost the game, which is not as good. Good. So you didn't get more hurt. All right, so Senators 70, Chicago 80. Cool. We're gonna need to do that maintenance soon. How did he do? Not that good. Not horrible either, so that's fine. All right, I'm gonna step away for just 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, back. So based on the pace of this so far, I shouldn't get ahead of myself because if we have a bunch of injuries and line changes take a while. But anyways, if the simming continues at this pace, then for sure we're doing the playoffs and we'll be able to even get maybe some of the off season, like the draft and stuff. Oh, I gotta pay attention for that maintenance thing. Um, well, it really looks like we're leaning on this Ness guy. He's played a wide majority of games. Barrett hasn't done that bad, to be honest. Hopefully this is an away stretch. No. Ooh, after Detroit, that's not bad. We'll do it then. Yeah, it's almost. I think it might be the third round that we get back that guy from injury. It's an awfully long time. So we're gonna have to hope that our team does good enough to get us that far in the playoffs. I think again, our owner goal was the Stanley Cup. It's just again so crazy expectations. I mean, obviously, so those are my expectations, or not expectations. Those are my goals, but expectations is a different thing. So it's one thing to want to win the Stanley Cup and aim to win the Stanley Cup, but to expect to win the Stanley Cup is a completely different story. We haven't really played Gosselin at all, and I'm wondering if I should get him in soon. Um, yeah, I really should. Is that a home game or away game? Wait, no, that was a home game. All right, so then we will scratch him, put him in for next one. Okay, that's not too long term. I think that's at the start of the first round. He'll be back. But yeah, I don't think I can do that because lift doesn't fit. Yeah. Oops. Ooh, and then yeah, we should start with the first pair. The second pair is not that great anymore. Nemechek, Kaminsky. Whoa, -3. Um, do rinse? No. Sweet. Then see, you have no sales. Nobody shows up to the rink those days. It was, I think, back-to-back games. This game is so stupid with some stuff. This game is Gosselin. So I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I was starting to think of what the strategy is going to be for goalies in the playoffs. So we still have, like, I'll still be doing the same strategy with the opener and closer, but do I use Gosselin at all? In what circumstance do I use him? Um, so I don't know. 4 games played, 1 win. Oh, very good. Um, hmm. And then on top of that, what to do for the last few games? Well, there's another back-to-back. I guess I can play him again. Um, Bruins, Sabres. So play him in Bruins game. I think I'm gonna play Barrett next game, then Ness, then Gosselin to end the season. So Barrett. Um, yeah, so I think that's like mid first round. We get that defenseman back, which is not too bad. Uh, what did I say? Barrett, Ness, then Gosselin. All right. Um, I might as well get all this stuff sorted out. So club seats. Oh, well, I'm going to be changing the pricing anyways. So I can max out that price, but I'm going to be starting at the max prices anyways for playoffs. So 277, 415. $527, 697. All right, 277, 415, 527, 697. Sounds good. Yeah, so mid first round we'll get that defenseman back. All right, so then the strategy for goalies. Ness is going to be the closer for sure. How did Gosselin finish this season? 9-1-3. Well, I guess his losses were in OT. It's not that bad. Um, but I want to get through a round because in no circumstance should I ever be willing to accept getting eliminated in the first round. So I would rather start with Barrett because he's done better and he's played more. If he loses two, should I give him two losses before I switch to anybody else? Well, yeah, he's been clutch in previous. Like I think he won us the Stanley Cup one year. So yeah, we'll give him two losses, and then we'll go to Ness. Pretty much, there's no chance we'll play Gosselin first round, but second round we might lead with him depending on how um, Barrett does in the first round. I think that makes the most sense. Okay, so I'm gonna save this, step away for 2 minutes, and then we'll recap the season and then do the playoffs. Just a couple minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, back. So let's have a look. I guess first we'll do player stats. Oh, Rin's picked it up, I guess, towards the end, or in the last part, since we last checked. Oh, but they're not nearly the best players. So funny, we got rid of this guy, and then had a stellar season. But we're not paying 15 million. So you can be as good as you want on a losing team. That is your problem. We had Wyman before. Um, but anyways. So pretty decent performance. We didn't get the Maurice Richard either. Who is this guy? 15 million. Well, that's a good reason why we wouldn't have him. And the rest, how has he done since we got rid of him? About the same. But again, 18 million. Yeah, you can sign your 18 million 7-year contracts by all means, but your team's not going to be able to afford you. Um, Now, besides the all the NHL, wow. So we really only had 3 players that met our expectations. The rest of the guys were all below. So Leighton is supposed to be a point per game. He's a bit below, not too far below. Moss was supposed to be a point per game. He's definitely noticeably below. Trevika, um, below. Like, I mean, he's okay at around where he's at. He's playing on the third line. It was a bit of an improvement over last year. The exact same stats across the board almost, except for shots and then other stuff. But in less games, so that means technically he did better. Turgeon playing fourth line minutes. No, sorry, wrong guy. Courtnall's fourth line. Turgeon third line did fine, I guess. Courtnall fourth line is definitely good. Savage was close to expectations, but not quite there. Galchenyuk really below what I was hoping for. He was the first overall pick and only did 44 and 82. I know he was on the third line, but still, you should be better. Defense, actually, we're quite good. Anything above like 20 something, 25 is uh, exceeding expectations for me because all they need to do is just not be bad. Um, and they were better than that. So Martin -5, good. 25 points is okay. Yeah, all of our D, well, at least 4 of them were all good. Nemechek for a guy that's supposed to be way better, that's very poor. Mind you, he missed games, so maybe prorate that. You're okay. Kaltonen, not good enough. Licht, actually not bad, all things considered. Plus 23 in 27 games. Dolan, not that good. Henrique, not good. So our depth wasn't the best, and a number of guys didn't play well enough. Gosselin, I guess, kind of turned it up, but it was a small sample size before that, so it's a bit misleading. Barrett, the win-loss isn't that good. Save percentage is good enough. Ness is outstanding, I would argue, for win-loss as well as save percentage. So very much happy with that. Now from a team perspective, one thing I should check is where this season sits with the rest of our seasons. So 63. 1, 2, 3. So this is our fourth best season, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So our fourth best season, um, which is good. Definitely happy with that. And let's bring it up against the rest of the league to see the rest. So yeah, our goals for per game dropped a chunk. Our goals against went up a bit. So now our differential, like it was, I think something like 2.3 or something crazy, ended up being 1.44, which is still good, but that, it kind of regressed to normal. So goals for per game, we were best in the league by enough. Goals against, we were, I guess, still the best in the league, which is good. Power play percentage was what, 7, 6, 6. Penalty kill, middle of the pack. So yeah, one of our better seasons. Not everything went well, but good enough. Now we're going to need to switch to this to compare to our first round matchup. So Pittsburgh, it's actually pretty decent for goals for per game. So if it's a scoring race, then they got a shot. Goals against, they get scored on way more. Barely a positive differential. So, I mean, we're clearly favorites as we should be. Their power play's good, so that could hurt us. Penalty kill is worse than ours. So, as always, we're favorites, but you never know. So I just wanted to double check that Barrett's in, and he is. And we can get going on the first round. Start off with a win, which is good news. Again, no sales. So Sarno might be back for next game, but if not that, then the next one after that. So Barrett goes again. And if he loses, he'll still stay in. But he won, which is good. And then, regardless of outcome, he comes out, but he will play again for game 3. So yeah, it looks like Sarno's going to miss the next one too. Barrett stays in. Oh, I just saw the scoreboard there. New Jersey won 10-4. That's pretty lopsided. Well, I don't. I mean, it is lopsided, but that's a high-scoring game for a playoff game. I forgot I should probably make a duplicate now that we're in the playoffs, just in case anything goes wrong with the file. Sarno's back. We'll deal with that in a sec. Sweet. So we're up 3-0. Barrett did a fantastic job. So that's good news. I guess maybe I could have made changes because our power play from the regular season wasn't the best, and then penalty kill 2. I think so. About the penalty kill, I'll just put the better D pairing for line 1. Then the power play, there's not really anything I can do differently. So just because of the mix of players and all that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah, that will stay the same. All right, so now we can pull in Ness, our closer. Barrett back up. I mean, up 3-0. You know what? It's a low risk situation to put in Gosselin. Because if we start him next round, then that's digs us a hole, then that's more risky. Because there's not much risk in putting him now. So even if he plays if he played 2 games or we lose 2 games or whatever, of all times, or of all, yeah, so the most or least risky time would be now. So we should do that. Otherwise, I need to get other people back in. Let's get that Licht. It's always fun to see that name. Played well. All right, so what should I do here? Yeah, I guess he played well in the regular season. We'll keep the pairings the same. Yeah, but then in that case, then which is the best pairing for the penalty kill? I guess we'll just reverse it. So then that means Nemechek Sarno first. So at least defensively, maybe they're better. No other changes other than that, I guess. So all those lines are okay, right? Ruin, Minsky, and Colton. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then. Okay, and then Yeah, I guess Sarno's more to just yeah, he's more deserving than Nemechek because he didn't play that well in a regular season. So do that. Okay. If Gosselin loses, then I guess I don't even play him next round unless no, then I wouldn't even play him next round because then there's no real use in playing him. Yeah. So then I mean it was a close game and it's a pretty extreme decision after one game, but it's the playoffs. We don't really have much wiggle room, or we should not allow for much wiggle room because you want to win the cup. Cool. So Ness came in and did what he was supposed to. He's back now? Oh, but he's probably not fully healthy though. That's the thing. Yeah, exactly. He's not fully healthy. But he might be before he is. Oh, that's lucky. Um, good news. I can't recall if that is early or not. It feels like it might have been because I thought he was like mid month or something, and he's ready early month. See, and again, we got no sales. It makes no sense. So stupid. Okay, so now you've done okay. You've done okay. You've done less okay, but I'd rather keep you in. Tan was playing there. No, he wasn't. How's Courtnall doing? Pretty good. Galchenyuk, not good. Trevika, mediocre. Oh, well, he hasn't played yet. Turgeon, mediocre. So that makes it an easy decision. Threlfall, good. Carney, good. Good. Not good. What's going on with this guy? He had a pretty crappy season, too. Not that good. Huh. Well, I could make changes, but I won't. So if we have problems, I will. It's the outcomes of the games, not necessarily individual stats. And so we won 4 games to 1, and the one game was kind of playing around with goalies anyways. So, um, and we were missing Savage, and yeah. So I don't think we need to do anything crazy yet. So Moss can go back there. Trevika comes off. Turgeon comes on. Bergeron is the passer. I guess this should be flipped. Then Threlfall goes here. Galchenyuk goes there. This goes to Trevika. Wait, and who am I missing? Oh, no, it's not Trevika. That's Savage. Okay. And Moss goes back there. This is Tershon. That's good. I think that's it. That's good. Okay, and then Barrett starts. All right, so let's preview the round. Oh, so yeah, in Tampa we own their pick, so that sucks that they got through a round, but whatever. Uh, all right, so goals for, we have a chunk of an advantage. Goals against is kind of close. So all things considered, they're actually a decent team. So they could be competitive against us. Power play's the same, penalty kill better. So we could get upset by them. Um, of all teams, they've got kind of the right mix to do it. So of course we'll cross our fingers, but we'll see. It's a good start. So that one can go up and the rest are as they were. So fully healthy in the second round is good. I'd rather that be in the third round or the final, but um, being healthy at any point is good news, so we'll take it. Oops. May 11, I think, is very short term. That might only be for a couple days. So I'm just going to do a quick fill in. Oh, also, I think it's correct anyways. But he might be, no, I guess he's not back quite yet. And we won, which is great. I don't think I actually need to do any adjustments to the lines after doing autofill in all or apply to all, whatever you want to call it. See, how do we keep getting 0 ticket sales? Stupid game. And like we had ticket sales before. It's not like I made a massive mistake or something. Stupid game. All right, so Barrett goes back in. Great job. Oh, look at that. The save percentage has been great. So, and he, I think in all previous playoffs, he's done well. Correction. One he didn't do as good. So he was 938, 935 in the AHL. One bad year, both in NHL and AHL. And then last season, good in the AHL. I think they won a championship. And then good so far this season. So that's good. I feel like I was supposed to do something. Oh, just to double check about that defenseman. So I guess theoretically I should double check that the third pairing has no major problems. It doesn't, so that's okay. So again, regardless of outcome, uh, Barrett comes out. Now, again, up 3 games to nothing. Again, of all times, low risk to play Gosselin. The plan wasn't to ever play him again, but given the scenario, it's still only the second round. Um, give him a shot because you never know when you're going to have to use him. I would rather get him into another game. How did he do again? Yeah, not well in the one game he played. So we'll give him one more shot. If he loses this, then we just will never play him again. Um, even if we're up like 3 games to nothing again in a future round. That in a sec. Well, I got a shutout. So again, we won't go to him unless we absolutely need to. Um, but at least he's done something good. Finally. Seems like we always face New Jersey the later rounds. So Kultinen comes back in. Wonder how Licht has been doing. And Ness hasn't played since the first round. But again, Barrett's on a roll. So keep him going. How'd he do? 3 points in 5 games. Wow. So quite well. But Kultinen is supposed to be there. All right. Actually, I don't really need to save. Way to go, Barrett. So he still hasn't lost yet. Um, yeah. One thing I was thinking about that I haven't looked at for a while is the development. I know it's there's not much point in looking at it. Well, I mean, I guess there's always reason to look at it. It's just we're so far into the season that I really gonna learn much different than what I'd learn later anyways. So I kind of just want to see if anybody um, has gotten worse for whatever reason. Portnoy a bunch, but it's kind of been counteracted with the positives from performance. Colton and I just the reason why this came to mind is because his overall just went up, so that's good news for defenseman. We were hoping. Like, I don't understand why this guy keeps going down, but he's playing well. It makes no sense. He's doing fine. Those guys are both junior. Some random guy that I don't care about, and he's developing, yet all the guys that we brought in are well drafted. None of them are developing. This thing just said that he was developing. Whatever. Anyways, that's getting away from what we're supposed to be doing. Look at Carney, nearly 2 points per game in the playoffs. That's crazy. If we win the cup, he's for sure going to get the Conn Smythe. Well, I would predict at least. First loss. Of course, Barrett still deserves to stay in. He had, and on top of it was an OT loss, so he especially deserves to stay in. torn knee. So I don't think that's crazy long term, but it is some amount of time. 7 points, 8 points, 5 points. I guess that fits okay too. So Trevica goes up. Cheniak, Cordno, Dolan comes in. Yeah, nothing changes there. Vika goes up. Then it's our best performing defenseman, whoever that is. Four points, 2 points, no points. So Kaminsky it is. And Vika. See, this is the great thing about being in a flow of um, simming and stuff, because you know exactly who's going to go where in the case of any injury, which makes it way quicker. Who goes here? Well, I guess it's clearly Carney. I mean, he doesn't score as much, but if he's producing that much, then he definitely deserves it. And we don't know the result yet. Win, which is great. So that's 3 games in. Um, what do we do now? If we go with Barrett, so he plays the first 3 no matter what. And then we switch to Ness. I guess it's for my strategy mandatory to go to Ness, so I will. Also, since he hasn't played for so long, it's good to get him in. And given that if he has any struggles, we still have time to get back in the series. So I'll probably play Ness the next 2 games regardless of outcome of this game. And then we would go back to Barrett in game 7. If we have to get to that. Or wait, game 6? Anyways. Yeah, no matter what, it's 2 games from Ness. All right, so that's pretty long term, it looks like, which is not good news. Who goes here? I guess Nemechek. Well, that's not good. Ness. Come on, man. Maybe I shouldn't have played Gosselin, but I mean, honestly, it was the right call no matter what. Um, Low risk. It's just not good to make a goalie that's supposed to be your closer sit for so long. Okay, I guess Ruffall's not out for too long. It's 5 days. Assuming we're still in this. So Ness, you can play again. If you lose, we're down in this series, and then we definitely have to hope that Barrett can get us out of it. Unfortunately, it looks like that's what we're going to have to do. I have a feeling, though, we're going to get eliminated because I mean, we've done so good lately. We're due. I should have looked. So how does his injury impact him? Balance. I could live with deking. I could live with agility. I can live with. I can live with almost all of that. That's speed though. Nah. Versus his replacement, it would basically be even. All right, so now we need Barrett to get us out of this. Unfortunately, I have a feeling we won't be able to get out of it. Oh, I forgot to preview this round anyways. Maybe I jinxed it from not doing that. Maybe I'll jinx it from looking at it too. New Jersey. Well, I think we already know that we're probably should have been huge favorites. So again, if it was a scoring um, race, they could compete. They get scored on a lot. Power play is worse. Penalty kill is slightly better. So, I mean, we should have been heavy favorites in this one, but we might be out after this game. Well, if we're out, I'm not going to do all the line changes. So we'll just fill in for now. Oh, we don't even. I guess we could just play him. We won though. All right, so we had a defenseman get hurt. Now what? The impact on his play is far too much. Yeah, but body checking is not important at all. Aggressiveness is not important, and slap shot power is not important. And endurance is manageable, strength is manageable. So I will play him given the impacts. Um, and on that note, I should check if this changed at all for him. I don't think it did. So again, versus his replacement. You know what? I'm gonna play him on the fourth line. I think is a wiser decision. So that doesn't a direct change, so I don't think I need to do any other adjustments. And then um, oops, throw fall, we'll put center. Um, and he's gonna be better than Bruin on the power play. He's better than Galchenyuk. Yeah, I don't know about that one. So we'll just do that for now. I just want to make sure all these lines are correct. Okay, so I think that's good. Um, I've had where the game crashes on me before when I sim at the end of the round, so let's just save. Uh, and I'm second guessing that I did what I was supposed to do. I did. So it's on Barrett's back. Unfortunately, he's done so well so far. It's unfair to do that to him, but well, it's an opportunity. So let's see. We won't do anything till we see what happened. We won 9-5. Hey, Barry, you pulled it out, and the rest of the team too, I guess. Way to go, guys. And we're up against my favorite team in the final. Uh, wow, I'm surprised that we actually pulled that off. So we're going to have a few line changes to make. Oh, I just thought about this. So, because in previous seasons, I've shown my sliders and stuff that I don't change it before I do the playoffs. So I should actually go back and. Oh, and we're in the Stanley Cup. I need to adjust the prices. 352, 493, 598, and 759. All right, 352, 493, 598, 759. So what I was saying was we're almost fully healthy too. Um, yeah, just to show that I don't change my settings before the playoff portion. Because theoretically I could do that to cheat in order to win the Stanley Cups. And because of that weird little how we were behind by 2 games and then we won in the conference final that I could have been cheating, but um, yeah, all my settings are still the same. Like I could have put difficulty all the way down to have a better playoffs or something. Anyways, so none of my stuff ever changes. It never changes. I don't cheat. Except for the stuff that I do tell you that I cheat about. So like the time limit on the draft I think is stupid. So I'll go back and to the previous save point each time. Because otherwise it's just stupid. Doesn't make sense. There's no way I would ever put myself having to make trades at the last second on the draft floor. It would never happen. If it doesn't happen before the draft floor, it just wouldn't happen. So, and it would only be if they gave me exactly what I previously had asked for. So, anyways. All right. So, because of all these changes to the lines and stuff, I'm just going to see how everybody's doing. Yeah, Moss, you're not doing well. Renz is like carrying the line. Carney's carrying his line. Trevika's gone up at least. Savage is doing great. How was Thrall fall before he got injured? Very good. So then we're going to go back to that. Cordnell's doing great. Galchenyuk not as good. And Turgeon not as good. But nonetheless, Cordnell, you need these guys to get given opportunities in order to play better in the future. So that's how it's going to go. All right, and then the rest of this should be relatively easy. So the fact that we're pretty much, well, as close to fully healthy as you could possibly hope for at this point, it's pretty lucky, I would say. It's nice to see for the most part that the guys that are supposed to be playing well are playing well. There are a few players not doing as well, though. That's one thing. Uh, I mean, Carney's doing so well, I can't take him off there. All right, so this one's a weird one. So Barrett has been the opener and closer. Maybe we do a loss, you're out between Ness and Gosselin. Because Barrett's done it all. 10 wins in 11 games, 9-1-6. We're going to have to do it that way. There's no other options. And, I mean, it goes against the original plan, but things kind of went to garbage pretty quickly. So that's what we'll do. Ness is most deserving to play, so he'll start. But you lose, you're out. Let's save. Then we'll preview the round. Maybe, hey, because I went and did a late view of the round. And then we turned out winning, so maybe I'll have better chances if I preview. Okay, so we are against Winnipeg. Winnipeg is the 11th best team in the league this season. Uh, Positive differential of 0.09. Not very good. Goals for per game is very low. And goals against is high. So there's really no way that we should ever lose this. Their power play is worse than ours. Penalty kill is the same. So there's no way we should lose this round. Well, the Stanley Cup final. But crazy things happen. Now, out of interest, how is our stats looking? So our differential's good, similar to the regular season. Power play's fine. Penalty kill's great. So really, I don't need to make any changes either, because that's what I was thinking. Is like, well, we struggled there briefly, so is something going wrong? But it doesn't seem like anything in particular. Okay, so Stanley Cup final. Let's see how we do. And actually, not to jinx myself, but oh, it won't let us know. I think we're on 3 straight Stanley Cups at the moment. 39, 40, 40, 41, 41, 42. Yeah. So we could, if we win this um, Stanley Cup, we would be 4 in a row, which I think is our best. Uh, but no. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So it would be tied for our best streak of Stanley Cups. So we've had 4 in a row before in our last, I don't know, it's not really dynasty because we have kind of been permanently a good. Oh no, our best player in the playoffs and he gets hurt. I don't know how long term that is. That's a big deal. He's a playmaker and that's quite important for that line. So I think the only guy that's going to actually positively impact that line is Turgeon. Maybe Cordell, but yeah. Actually, that's not a crazy idea to put him up there because he's playing better than the rest. He's got more experience. His fit's better. I don't think it's a bad idea, actually. So you know what? We will put Courtnall up there. Um, so that means Courtnall comes off that line. We'll put Galchenyuk there. Wait, though. No, can't do that. No, I guess we can't do that. So then defenseman. 6-6-1-3. Man, he's been really good these playoffs. Guess we'll have to do that. And then Cordnall goes there. Cordnall is the setup guy. Actually, we could have put Galchenyuk there. Because I think we are going to keep Cordnall on the line afterwards. So we will do that. Because otherwise, if I don't keep him on, we're not going to have a good enough setup guy. Because I'd rather him over everybody else. All right, and then we lost. We lost who was it again? Carney. So then that's an easy fix. Do that. Ooh, extra attacker. I think it's gonna have to be Thrallfall again. Yeah, he's playing well too. How's Savage doing? Not quite as good. It's funny, after all that, you still don't even know the outcome of the game. And it tells me about this recovery, and it's like, whatever. Win. That's good news. Cool. We'll try that. I forget what it said when he was injured till. Oh well. Okay, so it was Ness that played game one, and he won. So we'll do you. Um, you win, you stay in. You lose, you're out. So that makes up for his giving us a heart attack the previous round. Well, at least so far. Okay, well, he's fully healed. Why are you telling me? Sweet. Five oh one. 606. 767. Okay, so I went up by 8. Do 4 more, I think. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it did tell me when he comes back. Should have paid attention. So yeah, he's out for the rest of the playoffs, unfortunately. Ness, I guess, he can stay in. Loss. So then we're going to go back to Barrett. And I think, to be honest, we're just going to ride Barrett straight to the end. There's no point in giving Gosselin anything. We'll put him as backup, though, because he played better in whatever he did. That's good. Way to go, Barrett. Oh, Kaminsky's back. The Licht has been playing well. I guess, yeah, not hasn't done anything lately. So we will put Kaminsky back in. I forgot that he was out, to be honest. 6. I think Kaminsky's better than him. No, I guess not. Check is. that's it. Oh, I should say now, I guess. Um, so I was hoping to, well, because of the speed that I was getting through things, to maybe do the draft or whatever, but I'm already past time, so we'll end it at the Stanley Cup. We'll get up to the draft though, so we are good to go. Oh, I guess we won the cup. And we won the Calder again. That's sweet. Way to go, guys. I mean, we made it so that our AHL team was a powerhouse. What happened here? So Ottawa won the lottery and LA. So we got pushed all the way down to sixth. What a joke. This game really screws you. It seems to enjoy it too. We could have a retired guy with Cordinal. No, I guess not. Any coaches of ours? A couple. Andrews was our goalie coach, I think. And Astles was an important guy. I think he was our defensive coach. So that's not good news. Yeah, moving up to the first overall is going to be probably difficult. We'll have to have a few kicks at the can, I'm sure, to make the trade happen. So that's the one way in which I cheat, but I don't even see it as cheating because it's just stupid restriction anyways. Okay, so actually let's save a duplicate while I'm at it. We'll just take a look at the trophies and stuff. So as you can see, 4 straight Stanley Cups, President's trophies we win all the time. Prince of Wales too, obviously. Art Ross, obviously not us. Hardens, well, I guess, yeah, he had a better season. Pekarainen, the guy we traded away. That's great. Good for you. You're making a fortune and winning trophies, but you're not winning the Stanley Cup. Turgeon got the Calder of all the guys we had. Rennes turned out getting the Conn Smythe probably because of what's his face getting injured. Ness won the Vezina. That's pretty sweet. Um, so he really did have a good season. Got recognized, and then Jennings he got 2. I guess Barrett shares that award. That's basically it. Sweet. So another Stanley Cup. So that is now 11 in 21. So I've now surpassed my goal of 50% um, Stanley Cup rate. So win a Stanley Cup in 50% of the seasons. So that gives me a bit of wiggle room. I think it's 25 seasons you get to play as GM, well, to play out the whole career. So this gives me the wiggle room that if that I don't have to be as perfect for the rest, but still, like, I want to win as many as possible. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, so that's where we'll leave it. Um, if you like the stream, hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, turn on notifications. The channel homepage has upcoming streams on regular NHL content. That's going to be. Oh, well, it was supposed to be this Friday, and I think I'm going to postpone it to the next Friday so that it's 3 weeks of NHL news. Because, yeah, both the quantity and importance of the news right now in these past 2 weeks hasn't been that much. But still, it could happen Friday that I do that stream if some more stuff happens. That's interesting. But, anyways, for franchise mode, that schedule's in the About section of the channel. It runs Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, now adding Wednesday. I guess Wednesday this is today, so that's an example. At 10 p.m. Eastern. Be a pros whenever I have time or feel like it. Any comments, leave them in the comments. Suggestions, same thing. And we will see you guys maybe Friday. If not, then it will be Sunday for franchise mode again. Cool. Okay, bye.